Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I want to talk to you about one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked forces in our lives, our subconscious mind. It's the part of us that shapes our habits, guides our decisions, and even determines how far we can go in life. But here's the truth, you have the power to reprogram it. The good news is, it's not as difficult as you might think. You see, success isn't just about what you do in the external world. It starts right here in the world inside your mind. And when you can tap into the immense power of your subconscious, you unlock a future filled with possibility. So if you're ready to shift the course of your life, to unlock your true potential, to rewrite your destiny, then let's get started. The subconscious mind is a powerful and mysterious force. Most of the time, we're not even aware of it. Yet it influences every decision we make, every habit we form, and every action we take. It's like the hidden engine of your life, silently driving you forward or holding you back, often without you even realizing it. And let me tell you, understanding this power is the first step toward achieving the kind of success you desire. Now, think about it. We all have routines. You wake up at the same time every day. Your mind immediately starts running through the to-do list for the day. And you follow the same patterns you followed yesterday and the day before. This is all happening automatically because your subconscious is running the show. It's like an operating system and a computer out of sight, but working tirelessly in the background. This might sound like a good thing at first, but if the programming of that system isn't in alignment with your goals, it can hold you back. Your subconscious mind has absorbed everything it's ever been told, seen, or experienced. It's formed beliefs, attitudes, and habits based on past events. For instance, if you were told repeatedly as a child that you weren't good enough, or that success was for other people but not for you, those messages can stick with you well into adulthood. These old beliefs live in the subconscious, and they influence your thoughts, your decisions, and ultimately your actions. The scary part is that you might not even realize it. You might find yourself stuck, feeling like there's a limit to how far you can go, and you don't understand why. It's not because you're not capable or talented, it's because your subconscious programming is working against you. You might think, I can't get that promotion or I'll never be able to start my own business, and guess what? Your subconscious takes those thoughts and turns them into self-fulfilling prophecies. But here's where the good news comes in. Your subconscious mind is not fixed. It's not set in stone. Just like you can upgrade the software on your phone or computer, you can reprogram your mind. You have the power to overwrite those old, limiting beliefs and replace them with new, empowering ones. It doesn't happen overnight, but with the right tools and consistent effort, you can shift the way your subconscious operates. Think about it this way, the old beliefs you've carried with you might have been formed in your early years or during difficult times in your life, but they don't define you. You are the one who gets to choose what you believe moving forward. And the great thing is that when you change the beliefs in your subconscious, you change the actions that follow. If you believe success is possible for you, then your behavior will reflect that. If you believe you can achieve your goals, you will take the necessary steps to make them happen. But if you believe success is out of reach, you'll find yourself taking fewer risks, playing it safe, and staying stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. Reprogramming your subconscious mind requires consistent effort. It's not enough to just think about it once or twice and expect things to change. You have to challenge the old beliefs and replace them with new ones every single day. Positive affirmations, visualization, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire, you are all key tools in this process. When you consciously feed your mind with positive thoughts, your subconscious starts to believe them. Your actions change, your outcomes change, and your entire life starts to shift. The truth is, most of us have been operating on outdated software in our minds for years. We've been holding on to old programming that no longer serves us. But now you know that you can reprogram your subconscious, and when you do, the doors to success open wide. It's not about changing who you are, it's about aligning who you are with the greatness that already resides inside of you. It's about unlocking your potential and creating the life you truly deserve. Righted. One of the greatest blocks we face in life is not a lack of resources, opportunities, or skills. It's the limiting beliefs we hold about ourselves. These beliefs often start at a young age, and if we're not careful, they stick to us like glue. They shape the way we see the world, and more importantly, the way we see our own potential. Maybe you grew up hearing things like, "You'll never amount to much," or "People like us don't get ahead." Maybe you were told that your dreams were too big, that you should just settle for what you have. Those words, those beliefs, they slip into your subconscious mind without you even realizing it. And over time, they begin to shape your actions, your decisions, and your expectations. They set boundaries on what you think is possible. And without knowing it, you start playing small, holding yourself back because you've been led to believe that you're not capable of more. But here's the truth. Those beliefs are lies. Every single one of them. They do not define who you are or what you're capable of. Just because someone told you that you weren't good enough or that your dreams were unrealistic doesn't mean you have to accept those ideas as truth. Success is not about where you've been or what you've gone through. It's about what you choose to believe right now, in this moment. Think about Walt Disney. Yes, Walt Disney, the man who created one of the most powerful empires in the world. He was once fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Can you even imagine that? The man who went on to revolutionize the entertainment industry, who created Disneyland and changed the world with his vision, was told he wasn't imaginative enough to succeed. But Walt Disney didn't accept that limiting belief. He didn't let someone else's narrow view of his potential become his reality. Instead, he chose to believe in himself. He chose to believe that his ideas were worth pursuing, no matter how crazy they seemed. He refused to let the opinions of others dictate his future. And because he chose to believe in himself, he went on to build one of the most successful and influential brands in history. If Walt had accepted the belief that he wasn't imaginative enough, there would be no Disneyland. There would be no animated classics like The Lion King or Aladdin. There would be no global entertainment empire. But because he refused to let someone else's belief become his own, he changed the world. Now, you might be thinking that's great for Walt Disney, but what about me? I don't have that kind of opportunity. And I get it. It's easy to look at the success stories of others and think it's all luck, or that they had something special that you don't have. But let me tell you something, Walt Disney was just like you. He had fears, doubts, and challenges. He faced rejection and failure, but he made a choice. He chose to believe that his potential was greater than any limiting belief that had been placed on him. You have that same power. Right now, you have the ability to rewrite the story of your life. You can choose to believe in yourself no matter what anyone else has told you. You can choose to dream bigger, take bolder actions, and push through the doubts that try to hold you back. It's not easy and it doesn't happen overnight. But every time you challenge those limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering thoughts, you get closer to the life you were meant to live. The beliefs you hold are not your limitations, they're just stories you've been telling yourself for too long. And when you change those stories, you change your life. So the next time you find yourself thinking, "I can't do this," remember Walt Disney. Remember that your potential is limitless, and you can choose right now to believe that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. If you want to change the trajectory of your life, if you want to break free from the limitations that have held you back, it all begins with one crucial step: creating a new narrative. What do I mean by this? I'm talking about consciously choosing the story you want to tell yourself. The story you've been telling yourself up until now, whether you realize it or not, has been shaping the life you're living today. But here's the powerful truth: you are the author of your own story. You can rewrite it at any moment. The stories we tell ourselves every day are not just words, they are the foundation of our reality. Our inner dialogue, our thoughts, and our beliefs all stem from the narrative we've created about who we are and what we can achieve. If you've been telling yourself that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough, guess what happens? You'll act according to those beliefs. You'll make decisions based on them, and those decisions will lead to outcomes that reinforce that story. But the good news is you can change that. Think about it. If you begin telling yourself a different story, if you choose to believe, I am capable. I am deserving of success. I have everything I need to overcome any obstacle. Then your actions will begin to reflect those beliefs. You'll start showing up differently. Your decisions will change. Your energy will shift. The people you attract into your life will change. And as a result, your reality will begin to transform. But I want you to understand this: creating a new narrative doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes effort. It requires consistency. You can't just tell yourself one positive thing one time and expect everything to change. That's not how it works. The old story has been built up over years, maybe even decades, and it will take time and repetition to rewrite it. But with each day that you choose to tell yourself a new, empowering story, you're planting a seed. You're laying a new foundation for your life. Think back to a time when you truly believed in something that drove you, something that filled you with passion and purpose. When you believed with all your heart that you could achieve it, how much energy did you put behind it? How much focus? How much action? That's the kind of energy you need to fuel your new narrative. You need to make it as powerful and compelling as the old story was. The key is to get emotionally involved in the new story, to believe it so deeply that it becomes your truth. When you start repeating these new beliefs, you will begin to notice changes. You'll find that challenges no longer feel like insurmountable obstacles, but opportunities to grow. You'll begin to look at your failures as lessons, not as proof that you're not good enough. You'll take bolder actions, trust yourself more, and develop a resilience that will carry you through tough times. But it all starts with creating that new narrative. The beauty of it is that this is completely within your control. The power lies within you to choose how you see yourself and what you believe is possible for your life. You can choose to see yourself as someone who is capable, worthy, and destined for success. And when you believe it, you'll start to act in ways that align with that belief. So I ask you, what story are you telling yourself today? What is the narrative that's shaping your reality? If it's not one that serves you, if it's one that limits you or keeps you stuck, it's time to change it. You are the author of your life. You have the power to write a new chapter, to create a new story that aligns with the person you're becoming and the success you're meant to achieve. The process won't be easy and it won't happen overnight, but I promise you this, it will be worth it. When you start telling yourself the story of who you are meant to be, that story will become your reality. You are capable. You are deserving. And you can accomplish more than you've ever imagined. Your new narrative starts now. One of the most powerful tools for shaping your future, for reprogramming your subconscious mind, is visualization. Now, I know that might sound simple or even a little too good to be true, but let me tell you, visualization is a game changer. It's not just about dreaming of success, it's about seeing it, feeling it, living it before it ever happens. It's about vividly imagining yourself achieving everything you want to accomplish. And when you do, something amazing happens. Your subconscious mind starts to believe it's already true. Let's take a moment to think about some of the most successful people in the world. They didn't just get to where they are by wishing for it. No, they visualized their success. They created a mental picture of what their lives would look like once they achieved their goals, and then they walked toward it, step by step, day by day. Take Michael Phelps, for example, the legendary Olympic swimmer. Before every race, Phelps didn't just show up at the pool and hope for the best. No, he would visualize himself winning. He would imagine the entire race in his mind, the strokes, the turns, the finish line, the exact feeling of his body cutting through the water. He could even hear the crowd cheering and taste the sweet victory in the air. He saw it all vividly before he ever stepped foot in the pool. And here's the incredible part. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you visualize something, your subconscious treats it like a real experience. That means when you picture yourself succeeding, when you feel the emotions of success, your brain starts to create a blueprint for how to make it happen. It begins to rewire itself to guide you toward that success. It's like you're telling your mind, this is where I'm going, and I'm already prepared for it. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal, but felt uncertain about whether you could really achieve it? Maybe it seemed too big or too far out of reach. The thing is, if you can't see it in your mind, your subconscious will block your progress. But when you begin to visualize your success, when you imagine every detail, from the smallest step to the grand finish line, your mind begins to break down the process. It turns that dream into something concrete. It prepares you for success. The power of visualization is rooted in belief. When you can see your success clearly in your mind, you start to believe it's possible. You start to believe that it's not just a dream, but something that's within your reach. And when you believe it, you take actions that align with that belief. You begin to move forward with confidence, even when challenges arise, because you've already seen yourself overcome them in your mind. Your subconscious mind starts guiding you, pushing you toward that success, and suddenly opportunities start to appear. You begin to recognize them because you've already visualized your path. But it doesn't stop there. The key is consistency. Visualization isn't a one-time thing, it's a daily practice. The more you visualize, the stronger your belief becomes. And the stronger your belief, the more your actions reflect that belief. Imagine waking up every morning, visualizing your goals, feeling the emotions of accomplishment, and seeing yourself take steps toward that vision. Day by day, you're aligning yourself with the success you've already envisioned. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind to accept nothing less than the success you've visualized. It's like planting a seed. At first, you might not see much happening, but the more you water it with your thoughts, your emotions, and your belief, the more it grows. Soon enough, you'll find yourself walking down a path that once seemed distant, but now feels inevitable. Visualization isn't just about imagining what you want. It's about believing it's already yours, feeling it deep within your soul, and then stepping into that reality with unwavering confidence. So I ask you, what does your success look like? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Take a moment today, close your eyes, and visualize the life you want. See yourself achieving your goals, overcoming every obstacle, and experiencing the joy of victory. Then get ready. Because once your subconscious mind believes it's possible, your life will begin to reflect that vision. Success will no longer be a distant dream, it will be your reality. You've probably heard the saying before, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's a simple statement, but it's packed with truth. The people you surround yourself with play a huge role in shaping your beliefs, your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. If you want to reprogram your subconscious mind for success, you need to become intentional about the company you keep. The people around you, whether you realize it or not, have a profound impact on how you see the world and how you see yourself. Think about the conversations you have every day. Do they lift you up, inspire you, and push you to think bigger, dream bigger, and act bolder? Or do they bring you down, fill you with doubt, and reinforce the limiting beliefs that hold you back? The truth is, if you want to change your life, you've got to change who you're surrounding yourself with. You need to surround yourself with positive, successful, motivated people, people who challenge you, who inspire you, and who elevate your thinking. Now, I'm not saying you have to cut ties with everyone who's not on the same path. You don't need to abandon friends or family who may not share your vision. But what you do need to do is be more intentional about who you allow to influence your life. You need to actively seek out individuals who push you to grow, who encourage you to reach for more, and who show you what's possible when you adopt a mindset of success. Think about it this way: you wouldn't take dirty water and pour it into a clean glass, expecting the water to stay clean, would you? Of course not. That dirty water would taint everything it touched. It's the same with your mind. If you constantly feed it negativity, doubt, fear, and pessimism, how can you expect to achieve greatness? If you're constantly surrounded by people who drag you down, who see the world through a lens of limitation, your mind will absorb that energy. It will start to reflect that negativity, and you'll begin to think and act in ways that reinforce those beliefs. But here's the powerful flip side. When you surround yourself with positivity, ambition, and inspiration, something incredible starts to happen. Your mind begins to absorb those qualities. It starts to believe in possibility and growth and greatness. The conversations you engage in, the books you read, the content you consume, the environments you spend time in, all of these things influence your mindset. And over time, your subconscious mind begins to change, to evolve, to align with the positive influences you've chosen to let in. It's a gradual process, but it's powerful. Now ask yourself, who are the people you spend the most time with? Are they the kind of people who push you to be your best, who challenge your thinking, who encourage you to step outside your comfort zone? Or are they people who hold you back, who reinforce doubts, and who keep you playing small? If you want to elevate your life, if you want to reprogram your subconscious mind for success, you've got to surround yourself with those who inspire you to aim higher and achieve more. I know it's not always easy. It might feel uncomfortable at first to step away from the familiar, to surround yourself with people who seem to have more ambition or a different mindset. But let me tell you, it's worth it. The right people will make you believe in yourself more than you ever have. They'll encourage you to stretch beyond your limits and help you see possibilities you might have overlooked. They will show you that you're capable of more than you ever imagined, and their belief in you will fuel your own belief. The power of the people around you cannot be underestimated. So take a look at your inner circle. Are they the kind of people who inspire you to become your best self? If not, it might be time to make some changes. You're in control of who you let into your life. And if you want to unlock your full potential, it's time to start surrounding yourself with those who will challenge, support, and elevate you. When you do this, your mindset will shift. Your subconscious will start to align with your vision of success, and your life will begin to transform in ways you never thought possible. There's a powerful tool at your disposal that can change the course of your life. And that tool is something you've always had access to: your words. More specifically, the words you speak to yourself every single day. It might seem simple, but the truth is, affirmations have the power to reprogram your subconscious mind and transform your reality in ways you may not even realize. You see, words are not just sounds or symbols that carry energy. They carry weight. The words you repeat to yourself every day shape the very way you think, the way you feel, and the actions you take. Affirmations are nothing more than positive statements, simple, powerful statements that you say to yourself regularly with belief and conviction. They're not about sugarcoating the truth or pretending that everything is perfect. They're about shifting your mindset, challenging the negative beliefs that have been limiting you, and replacing them with beliefs that empower you. When you say things like, "I am worthy of success," "I am capable of achieving my goals," or "I am a leader and I can make a difference," you're not just speaking words. You're planting seeds in your subconscious mind. You're telling your mind what's possible, what you deserve, and who you are at your core. At first, I know it might feel awkward. You might feel like you're just repeating empty words in the air. Maybe you'll hear a voice in the back of your mind that says, "This isn't true. I don't believe this yet." That's okay. In fact, that resistance is a sign that you've hit something important. It means you've found a belief that needs to be challenged. So many of us walk around with negative programming running in the background, beliefs we've inherited from others, from our past, from experiences we've had. Beliefs that tell us we're not good enough, not worthy enough, or not capable of achieving our dreams. And those beliefs, whether we recognize them or not, influence everything we do. But here's the beauty of affirmations. When you repeat them consistently, day after day, with emotion and conviction, they begin to challenge that old programming. They begin to overwrite those limiting beliefs and replace them with new, empowering ones. Think about it when you say, "I am worthy of success," what happens? You start to believe that you deserve success. And when you truly believe that your actions will follow, you'll start making decisions that align with that belief. You'll show up differently in your life with more confidence, more ambition, and more determination. It's like planting a seed in your mind. If you plant a seed of doubt, guess what? Doubt will grow, But if you plant a seed of confidence, of belief, of possibility, your mind will nurture that seed and turn it into reality. That's the power of words. Words are the seeds, and your subconscious mind is the soil. It's your job to plant the right seeds, and it's your mind's job to nurture them into reality. Every time you say an affirmation, you're not just talking to yourself. You're conditioning your subconscious to accept new beliefs, new possibilities, and new standards for your life. And over time, those affirmations begin to take root. They begin to influence how you see yourself, how you see the world, and how you move through life. They begin to shape your reality. Let me tell you something. The most successful people in the world understand the power of their words. They use affirmations to strengthen their belief in themselves and their abilities. They use them to silence the doubts, the fears, and the negativity that tries to creep into their minds. And they use them every single day. I want you to take a moment and think about your own life. What are the words you've been speaking to yourself? Are they words of empowerment or words of limitation? Are they words that support the person you're becoming or words that hold you back? If you want to change your life, you've got to change your words. Start affirming your worth, your potential, your ability to succeed. Say it with conviction. Say it with emotion. Say it like you believe it, because the more you say it, the more you'll start to believe it. Remember, your subconscious mind is always listening, and what you tell it will shape your reality. So if you want to transform your life, start with the words you speak. Affirm who you are, what you're capable of, and what you deserve. Plant those positive thoughts in your mind, and watch as your life begins to grow in ways you never imagined. Let me tell you something important. Success doesn't come to those who sit around and wait for it. Success is not something that just falls into your lap because you wish for it or hope for it long enough. It's not about thinking positive thoughts, hoping for change, or visualizing your success day in and day out, and then waiting for the universe to deliver. No, success is about something far more powerful: action. It's about taking massive, focused action every single day. Reprogramming your subconscious mind isn't just about changing what you think or say. It's about aligning those thoughts with real, concrete actions. Your mind will give you the ideas, the motivation, the energy, and the guidance, but you have to take the first step. You must be the one to act. The power of action cannot be overstated. The moment you take action, something shifts. You start creating momentum, and that momentum carries you forward. It's like pushing a heavy boulder up a hill. At first, it's tough. It feels like you're getting nowhere. But once you've pushed it a little, once it starts rolling, it gets easier. The first step is always the hardest, but it's the most crucial. And that's where so many people falter. They think that thinking, dreaming, and wishing will get them there. But the truth is, it's the doing, the consistent, focused, and relentless action that moves you toward your goals. I want you to think about Thomas Edison for a moment. We all know him as the inventor of the light bulb, but what many people don't realize is the incredible journey he took to get there. Edison didn't just sit in a lab and hope that one day he'd discover the key to electricity. No, he failed over 1,000 times before he created a light bulb that worked. 1,000 times. Can you imagine the frustration, the doubt, the temptation to quit? But Edison didn't see those failures as roadblocks. He saw them as lessons, as necessary steps on the way to success. He didn't give up. He didn't let failure define him. He kept going, kept experimenting, and kept acting. And because of that, we now have light bulbs, and the world is a very different place because he didn't give up. Now, you may be thinking, but what if I fail? Well, let me tell you, this failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every failure, every setback, every obstacle is a stepping stone toward your goal. It's your subconscious mind telling you, keep going, keep learning, keep pushing forward. Edison didn't give up after 100 attempts, or 500, or 999. He knew each one was a lesson. And that's the mindset you need to adopt. The more you fail, the closer you're getting to your breakthrough. The more action you take, the clearer the path becomes. You see, your subconscious mind is a powerful ally, but it can only take you so far. It will give you ideas that will inspire you, and it will fill you with energy, but it's up to you to act on it. When you take massive focused action, you start to align your outer reality with your inner vision. It's like a magnet. You start attracting the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances. But it all starts with that first step, that decision to move forward, even when things are tough, even when the road ahead seems unclear. Every successful person you've ever heard of, every person who has accomplished something great, didn't sit around waiting for the right moment. They acted. They made mistakes, they faced challenges, but they kept going. And so can you. The key is to take massive, focused action every day. Set a goal, break it down into manageable steps, and then go after it relentlessly. The more you do this, the more your subconscious mind will be programmed for success, and the more natural success will begin to feel. Remember this, it's your actions that make the dream a reality. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act. If you want to change your life, change your actions. Get started today. Take the first step and let momentum carry you to your dreams. You have everything you need inside of you. Now it's time to put it into motion. As we come to the end of this conversation, let me leave you with one fundamental truth that can change everything for you. You are the master of your mind. No one else. Not your circumstances, not your past, not the opinions of others. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, the actions you take, all of these things are within your control. When you truly understand that, when you grasp that you have the power to shape your own mind, you unlock the ability to shape your own future. So many people go through life feeling like they're being tossed around by the winds of fate, like they have no control over what happens to them. But that couldn't be further from the truth. You are the creator of your life. The moment you take responsibility for your thoughts and your mindset is the moment you take control of your destiny. And here's the secret. When you learn to control your mind, everything else falls into place. The way you think directly impacts the way you act, and the actions you take shape your reality. If you want success in your life, it begins in your mind. It begins with believing in yourself, believing in your potential. It's about silencing those doubts and fears that tell you you're not good enough, not capable enough. You have within you the power to achieve greatness, but it starts with that belief. You need to reprogram your subconscious mind for success. You have to choose what to focus on. Choose to believe in your potential. Choose to see opportunities, not obstacles. Choose to believe that you are worthy of success. But believing isn't enough on its own. You've got to surround yourself with positivity. You can't afford to let negativity dominate your thoughts. You can't afford to let pessimism or doubt cloud your vision. If you want success, you need to surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and help you grow. You need to create an environment that nurtures your success, an environment that feeds your belief in yourself and your ability to achieve what you set out to do. The people you choose to surround yourself with have a powerful impact on the way you think and the actions you take. Choose wisely. And then you need to visualize your success. Visualization is not just a nice exercise. It's a powerful tool that taps into your subconscious. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you visualize your success, your subconscious begins to believe it's inevitable. It begins to see the path to success clearly, and it will guide you in the right direction. But visualization alone won't get you there. You have to speak life into your dreams. You have to affirm your worth. Speak those positive statements every single day. Remind yourself of who you are, what you're capable of, and what you deserve. Your words have power, and when you speak them with conviction, you send a powerful message to your subconscious that you are on the path to greatness. And the most important step of all, you must take action. Without action, all the positive thinking and visualizing in the world won't get you anywhere. You have to put in the work. You have to take massive focused action every day. You have to move even when you don't feel like it, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Action creates momentum. And momentum, my friends, is the key to success. You can have all the dreams and desires in the world, but without action, they will remain just that, dreams. When you combine belief, positivity, visualization, affirmations, and action, you are creating a powerful force that the world cannot ignore. The more you align your thoughts with your actions, the more you program your mind for success. And the world will have no choice but to follow. It will meet you at the place where your mindset and your actions intersect. And that is where greatness is born. So I urge you to take control of your mind. Start today. Believe in your potential. Surround yourself with positivity. Speak life into your dreams. And most importantly, take massive action. Because when you reprogram your mind for success, you will become unstoppable.